Hi guys, welcome to the Waiters Academy. Today's video is going to be about taking the plates with food from the kitchen to the guest and serving the guest from a food tray or a food bowl. But first, I would like to take a minute and thank you guys, to all of you that watch the videos, subscribe to the videos, like them or comment, because those metrics are very important to a YouTube channel. But for me personally, they're more important because they give me motivation. I know now that there are some people out there that are looking for information, they need some assistance, some help, some advice, and that's really important for me. I also want to congratulate you guys, because if you're looking at this video, that means that you're looking for information and you want to be prepared for your new job, and that's commendable. You're doing the right thing. Get as much as possible information, learn as much as possible, be prepared, because that's half of the win. As more prepared you are, the life's gonna be easier, the job's gonna be easier, the money gonna be more, and what else you wanna do? That's all you need. Hi guys, Ned here from Waiters Academy, helping you make a lot of money and have a beautiful life working as a waiter. Let's get to the point. Carrying plates. Now, first we're gonna do the dry stuff. How you carry plate? You can carry two plates in one hand. This way or this way. That's a two-plate carry. And then you can take the third plate in your right hand. So, the first way is you take the plate, you 3 fingers down, 2 up, so you can balance the second plate. This way both plates are really stable, no rushing, no falling down, so you can carry plates like that. Even if there's some sauce on the plate, you're not gonna spill it, you're not gonna break the creation of the chef, and it's very important. This is one. The second one is you carry the plate, the first plate, and you put the second plate a little bit under the first, and you put your fingers and you carry with 3 fingers here, 1 finger there. You can see it. This way is also a good way to balance plates. You have to be careful, because at the beginning you're not going to know how much pressure to put on the finger, and you might go this way, and if this plate has some sauce, it's going to spill down on the first one, and it's not going to be a pleasant thing. So you have to be careful. I would suggest that you carry plates first, just like that, if you have to carry 2. Now, of course, in the restaurants, sometimes you're going to have to carry more plates, not just 3. Okay? So, in order to carry 3 plates in one hand, you're going to have to go to the second part. Yes? You carry this way, the first 2 plates, then you take the third one, you put it on top of your hand, and the right one out of the ring of the second plate. Now you carry 3 plates. But very, very important, and I want you that to miss it, because this you're gonna see it on a bunch of videos, okay? And now they're gonna tell you that's how you carry plates, but that's not how we carry plates in a restaurant, because those plates are empty. But if those plates are full, you cannot carry it like that. You see the angle? If this plate has some sauce, this sauce is gonna go down, 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 and all the way to the floor of the restaurant. And by the time you get to the guest, it's gonna be a big mess. And kitchen, the chef's gonna freak out, gonna kick your ass, and it's gonna be a lot of trouble. So, if you're gonna carry plates like that, you make sure that in those 2 plates you have something that's without sauce, and it's not easy to spill. And then, of course, you can put here something that's a balance, even if it's a soup or it's something with sauce, it's not a problem, because you can balance this plate here very easy. Okay? So, this plate stays a little bit on the finger here, most of it on your hand, and on the edge of the first plate. That's how it stays. 3 points. It's pretty stable. Just make sure that those 2 plates don't have sauce on it. Period. Then you can take the third one with the soup and carry them to the guests. Now, that's a 3 plates setup. Let's assume the chef has prepared the food for table 1. He rings the bell and you have to rush to the kitchen and take the plates. Okay? A real situation. You have to be really quick, you have to be really efficient. Let's do it with the food. So guys, Chef Ned has created 2 soups and 2 steaks with pepper sauce. And now I have to carry this to the guest without spilling the soups and without spilling the sauces. Okay, should I take first the soup and then the other soup? How is that? Yeah, we carry that? No, you cannot do that. Can you carry 2 soups? Maybe, yes, but then what are you going to do with the steaks? It's not working again. Plus, very important, when you serve food to the guests, those plates will be usually very, very hot. So, 99% of the time you're going to need a napkin. Okay? Alright, we already figured out. We cannot carry 2 soups this way, and we can carry 2 soups this way. We're going to burn our hand and we'll not be able to take the other 2 plates. So, soups are always last. Now, if I take this and I take this, see, my garnish is already going away. I will be able to balance those 2 steaks with the sauce, and it's going to be pretty much served the way the chef prepared. But then, of course, we have 2 plates here that I'm not going to be able to take it. I have to go for help, or I can go this way. Take the food, the first plate in one hand, take the second. See how the food is moving? We have to avoid that. That's why I put those olives here, so you see that it's very important how you balance those plates. Then, guys, I can take the first soup on my hand. It's going to be really careful situation. And I'll take this one. Now I have all the plates in my hand. Let's see, I'll make a round around the table and come back and see if I have spilled everything away. I'm on the table. I'll tell you that. The soups on the edges is a little bit spilled, and this sauce doesn't look the way it was. You can see here on the camera, it's a mess. The garnish with the sauce is all mixed up. This one was okay, that's no problem, but this one, it's not good. The plate shouldn't look like that when you bring it to the kitchen, to the guest. So, most of the time, when you have to carry complicated plates like sauce, soup and soup, you're either gonna have to take a tray, a food tray, and put it on a tray and carry out, which is also not very certain that you're gonna bring it perfectly fine to the guest. But most of the time you're gonna have to call for help. Now, if one plate is without sauce, and then you have sauce and 2 soups, it's a different story. Then you can take the most important, the sauce plate. You can take the plate without sauce, yes, and then you can put the soup and the other one. Now, if you notice, when I go with the soup here, my hand is not extended no more like that. I go a little bit angle, the second plate goes close to my hand, and then the soup stays really most on the plate than on my hand. So finger, plate and hand. But you don't go straight no more. You go with an angle, this plate goes close to my hand, like you see here. The plate goes to my hand, and then you put the soup. Now, this is good balance here, this is good balance here, and then you take the soup and you go and you serve it to the guests. As a new waiter, you will have trouble with carrying the plates. It doesn't matter how much you work at home and you practice, of course it helps a lot, but you're going to have a problem. You're going to get used to it little bit by little bit, and you're going to get better, and you're not going to have problems. But at the beginning it's going to be a little bit scary.